Did you date guys?
I did.
Were they cute?
Yeah.
I know that's right. Guess so.
Hell yeah. What? We ain't going out saying like that now.
I know that's right. What's good people? I'm OBO, and in case you didn't know, I'm the G in LGBTQ, and you're watching It's Just Not Adding Up. So get in here and act like you got some sense. We're about to create some space. In your trajectory, were you focused on labeling or focused on being yourself? I feel like if I meet a lot of women, I know one of my homegirls who she's on last season, she's married, and she still was like, I don't know how I identify, but she's married to a woman. She was like, I don't know, I just liked her and we got married and we did, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. If you ask me how I identify, I say a lesbian, but like that's not something that it's like you know I like women. Like that's it. I don't have to say I'm a lesbian. I don't have to label it.
am I gay? That's like the question you ask yourself. Am I gay? Am I gay? Am I opposed to like, do I want to paint my nails? Do I want to dance? Do I want to do things that are more feminine, or do I want to just be myself? Right? It's more like, am I gay? And then once you figure out you're gay, then you go to figure out how to be comfortable with that identification.
So look, so we do the same shit.
Oh, okay.
Like we
Okay.
we go through that same era of like, am I gay? Like, do I like her or do I find her attractive? Okay, what do I want to do? Do I want to tap dance or do ballet, or do I want to crazy? This was me, ballet dresses, tutus, and
Come on, Tutu.
and I used to run out of the ballet class because there was a karate class down the hall.
Okay.
And my mom come find me. I'm peeking in the karate class because I want to be there.
Facts.
Take this off.
So, in that curiosity, did you ever come out? What did that look like for you?
Ooh, not then because honestly, that was like I was probably like 4.
Okay.
But that's kind of when it started to be like I never liked to wear dresses. I never liked to get my hair combed because, and I have an older sister, so like those, and she's feminine, so though I feel like those are the things that she does.
Yeah.
I don't want to play with no Barbie dolls. Give me a truck. Give me a truck, give me a little hockey set, give me a basketball goal. I don't want to get my hair done because I looked at that as like just throw me on a hat, I'm gonna run outside. Because I looked at that as something feminine, like that's what girls do.
Yeah.
And I wasn't in that space. Did I know I like girls then? Maybe 5th grade.
Okay.
For me.
Okay.
Like where it was like, okay.
She's cute.
She cute. Like, I also felt like how I felt was wrong. Like, this might not be right. And like, this was like heavy Jerry Springer era.
Yeah.
Like, where it was just like,
caricatures.
Yeah, like, is this a joke? Like, do I really feel like this?
Right,
and
right.
then also, since Jerry Springer was a thing, like everybody, like the adults watch it, and you'll hear those comments about whatever's going on there, and it's just like,
Fast forward a little bit, you kind of are identifying that these are things that I like. These are the things that I want to do. At what point was it like, this isn't socially acceptable for me? I should probably like to do this, opposed to just that my sister enjoys that, but that's just her thing. This is my thing.
Right.
When did it switch from that's her thing and my thing to I'm not supposed? Oh, this is like what women do. This is what men do.
So that turning point for me was like my dad's reactions to everything. Like, he didn't mind the way I dressed. He didn't mind that I love sports. Like, he actually enjoyed those parts of me, right? But in high school, one of his friends told him that I was kissing a girl at the football game.
Were you?
No. Absolutely not. Because I wasn't even like that comfortable to do those types of things like in public.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. But he didn't even. I felt like he confronted me about it pretty much. And when I tell you he was fucking livid, like it put me back into a shell. Like, yeah, no, I don't think so. Like, I don't think so. It didn't stop me from feeling the way I felt about women, but it really stunted my growth in that.
Absolutely. I think
Like,
parents don't understand fully how much of a role they play in not necessarily creating us. I mean, creating us physically, right? But
mm-hmm.
more about giving us space to roam and to be curious and to grow. You know, even when we think about
Right.
how our parents would say, "Well, I didn't call you the things, I didn't call you any names." But people are not slow. We recognize when it's time for me to have an experience or interact with myself in a specific way, you leave the room,
Mm-hmm.
or you are less likely to ask me questions,
Absolute
or you kind
social
of
cues.
yes, we and kids
Like,
pick up on social
absolute,
cues.
those social cues are so important because, like you said, we pick up on those things. I notice your face when I
Mm-hmm.
say this. I notice when I walk into a room, how I walk into the room.
Yep.
It's kind of like, or in a room of your friends, especially like
Yes.
where it's like, go get this from because I want you out of here. Like I pick up on those things, and when I pick up on those things, that just makes me even more uncomfortable to
Yep.
be who I am because
Facts.
at the end of the day, like you want the acceptance of your parents, even if it's like dead wrong. Like I want you to be okay with me because if you're not, then who is going to be?
And those things last a long time. Let's fast forward a little bit more. You're
Okay.
kind of navigating adulthood now.
Mm-hmm.
What does that navigation look like?
I don't give a. That is like
I love that.
now it's like Shanae. Like I'm in my bag. I don't give a what you think. At that point, it was like, well, if my dad feel like this, I don't give a stop talking to me. I don't care. Like I don't care. My mom was cool with it. My sister was cool. I had friends, so it's just kind of like I had enough people
Mm-hmm.
accepting me
Mm-hmm.
that I don't give a like I am who I am. Either you like it or you don't, and I'm okay with
Either way.
either way. But you make sure you make your decision.
Mm.
Make your decision.
Mm.
Like make your mind up because
This
it's
ain't
not
gonna
gonna
work.
be
This can't work.
you gotta be balanced with me because I don't have time for the bull. And that's just that was kind of the bag I was in, and I'm still in that bag. Like
I
even
get that.
more because and my like me and my dad are super cool now. Like I don't want to make him sound like an asshole
Yeah.
or
Yeah. Yeah.
anything,
I
but
get it.
like he has come to like that point of I don't give a I think because I was there. Like so it's either I'm gonna care about this and lose her,
Mm.
or I'm just gonna fall the back because that don't have nothing to do with me.
So good. I was on a panel recently, right? And me and my dad's relationship has been public on here. People have seen me and my dad interact, and
Mm-hmm.
people enjoy it. He's a great guy. Don't get me wrong, but of course he has his own journey. And
Yeah.
someone was telling me they recently came out to their dad, and their dad's been kind of acting shifty and the things.
Mm-hmm.
What should he do? And I told him something that I had to tell my dad, which was, "Is it worth losing relationship with me?"
Period.
Because that's what's about to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because you've lived your life.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for me to live mine. I can't live my life based on this meter check. Is this okay for my dad today? Is my dad going to be comfortable with this? How is he going to feel about this? I have to live my life. And so if you're
Absolutely.
impeding upon, this message goes for anybody watching. If someone is impeding
Absolutely.
upon your ability to live your life, in the words of Shanae, fuck 'em, you got
It's not worth it for you. It's not worth it for you to go through life worrying about what someone else thinks of you when you don't give a. You know what I mean? Like you gotta sometimes get to that point because then what?
Then
Like what
what?
does that look like for you?
Facts.
Because here I am stunning your growth as a person, and I am who I am already.
Especially those of us who come of a certain age,
Oh yeah.
we didn't even grow up even knowing how to even look for community, look for
Oh
representation.
no.
And so not only are you stunning my personal growth, you're stunning my opportunity to find influence, opportunity to find my
Absolutely,
freedom.
absolutely. Like it was no like queer spaces in school. I
Right.
mean, from all the way to college, like no queer spaces at all. And I don't know if it's an HBCU thing,
Hmm.
but it
Hmm.
was no queer spaces. It was just like, I mean, thankfully for me, I didn't experience like kind of being shunned away from like anything or any opportunities when I was in college or even when I was in high school.
Why do you think you weren't shunned?
Honestly, like I think it was popularity.
Okay.
Like I was liked, and because I was liked by so many people, it was just kind of like we don't care.
She cool.
She cool. Like she cool. We don't care. Like that's it's just Shanae. So it became that versus a label because I was more than just this gay girl walking around school. At the time, I had baggy jeans, big
Yeah, I get
t-shirt.
it.
So I was more than that.
Did you date guys?
I did.
Were they cute?
Yeah.
I know that's right. Guess what?
Hell yeah. What? We ain't going outside like that now.
I know that's right.
I think I had my first girlfriend in 7th grade.
Oh, okay.
Like
E. I know that's right. Yeah.
after that, and like no one said anything about it, so that just kind of made me even more comfortable.
Yeah.
So I just got in my bag a little more, and it was just like, oh, okay, cool. Well, boyfriends was out.
We talk about men who have used women as beers, but the reverse happens.
Yeah.
And so there's some women who are still navigating, how can I get into my freedom? What does that look like for me? You know, how do I do this? What advice would you give?
The advice that I would give is honestly, like I would say therapy. Like because that creates a safe space and a non-judgmental space for you to really like navigate those things for you. You know, a lot of people sometimes go to that one person that they can talk to or whatever the case may be, but at times that can be very biased, right? Because you may have your one friend who's like, leave him, it don't matter, you can take the kids, like you are in love with her, like go do that. But then you may have that other friends like, well, like you gonna divorce and then you gonna be with a woman, so like that kind of puts you in a confused space, and you're already confused.
Yeah.
Like you're already confused as hell.
Yeah.
So to actually like come to you, I would say like creating a space, a therapeutic space for yourself with someone who does not know you, and you can come to them on a blank canvas. You know, like they're not thinking about what you did 10 years ago, 5 years ago, your kids, like anything like that. If anything, they are encouraging you to make that move for yourself, whatever that looks like.
I love that.
So yeah, like I think that's so important though, because like I'm a therapist. So like that's what I would do, like in a therapeutic setting with a 16-year-old, an 18-year-old, a 35-year-old, like that encouragement, like what does life look like with this woman versus this man? And I'm sure it'll be described as like beautiful with this woman because that's where you want to be.
Therapy, I love that because I think you're right in the sense of it gives you an unbiased space to talk, and even for me, you guys know I'm a life coach, and so when I get clients, they are able to just talk about their experiences with somebody who doesn't, like you said, hold you accountable of what you did last week, last month. If this is your 85th time wanting to have this goal, it's okay here, opposed to your friends being like, girl, she always say that, and it's like, I'm not gonna do that to you, you know. So I would definitely agree. I'm trying to think of what I can add to this. No, I love it. I think your journey is yours, and get in spaces that feel free, get around people that feel like freedom, and keep creating space and get deeply rooted. You know what I'm saying? I got her brand on, she got mine on today.
That's how we rock.
But I'll see you guys next time. Keep creating space. Peace.
Love y'all.